it feels like it's March again. So
Yeah.
but I was told we're getting our first set on stream by Fro, our other talent here. And so we're going to be having, who is it, J-Tab? Or is it not J-Tab? I believe they had that queued, but we have SorB and wanderer0.
wanderer0, okay. Let's see if we can pull up some information on our two lovely players. SorB, so both players from California. Let's see. Let's see, SorB. So this looks like a pit player.
Are you pulling this off the Smash Stats app?
Is that what this is? The Smashers app?
Smashers app, gotcha.
Smashers app, yes.
I think I have that installed.
It's actually, you know, just to give them a small shout out, yeah, it's actually a great tool to just kind of see the stats of all the players in the event.
Right. I've checked it out. They got a lot of statistical analysis you could do on there. You could look at players' recent results. You could look at their best offline wins, best online performances, how many top 64s they've gotten, and things like that. So it's pretty useful if you're trying to keep up to date with all of the most recent Smash results going on in the world.
Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Let's see. So actually, it looks like Ouch is not our #1 seed, but Big D is the #1 seed.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was just
Same region.
maybe they were probably trying to make sure that they don't play each other. We don't want like BC versus BC in like winners quarters or something.
That's
like that.
true. I definitely appreciate like that kind of seeding where it's like, okay, you're from the same area.
Yeah.
You don't want to fly to a different country.
Right. I mean, once you're in like the top 4, the order doesn't really matter at that point. You're just trying to prevent people from the same region not having to travel all the way out here just to play each other early.
But just to give a quick shout out of like the top 8 seeds, of course, you know, Big D and Ouch. We already talked about Jazzo, Sky J, Icy Mist, Monty, Rockman, and Andric.
So yeah, there is definitely a good amount of not just out of state but international talent showing up.
Personally, I'm very excited for Andric. I love watching Andric play.
Oh yeah, any top level Falcon's always hyped to watch. Yeah, I'm sure you remember Wave Dash when we had Andric fighting Big Boss. I think he finished 3rd at that event that year, which is like a great placement for Falcon.
Yeah, any opportunity to see like some hype Falcon, I'm gonna take it. Give me more of that. Like, I don't care if he's dash dancing in place. He's moving around. He's moving on the platform, underneath the platform. He's looking like to get his down throw into up airs. But for now, we have SorB and wanderer0, Pikachu and Kirby.
Yes, this was not the pit matchup we were expecting to be brought out, but how do you think Kirby does in this matchup? I feel like not as bad as many people would expect given his height.
So Kirby is actually a character in this game that I think has some sauce that doesn't really get explored outside of like Gilhue and Mexico.
Right. Definitely a matchup check character. Just like that, you got to be ready for those tech chases. And yeah, Kirby is definitely what you would call an explosive character. Like once he gets that opening like this, he can really rack up damage with the down air, drill extensions, and forward throw into forward air, etc.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about explosive, but we cannot like count out just the amount of utility that Pikachu brings to this matchup, because of course Pikachu has like the loops, it has the ability to kind of play defensive and more patient with Thunder Jolt. Right, not to mention like the offstage play.
Yeah,
they both have like really immaculate offstage play characters.
Wow, he just comboed late hit air into force smash. I have not actually ever seen that from a Kirby. Amazing conversion by SorB, and now he's got a 2-stock lead. I do think you bring up a good point with the P-Jolts that Kirby doesn't really have a low lag projectile that he could just throw out in neutral, but I do feel like it's going to be hard for wanderer0 to close out these stocks when Kirby's disadvantage is not something to be slept on either.
Yeah, and just with the way that SorB is kind of controlling the space around him. Like, okay, great punish on the quick attacks from wanderer0, but just like he's like trying to do these low approaching back airs to convert.
Right, and you see that a lot of, wow, that just hit from behind. A lot of, like, these moves aren't missing. Like I said, Kirby's a shorter character, and a lot of his hitboxes can still come out pretty short. He can crouch and use that down tilt. Even when he buffers the back air, Pikachu doesn't low profile under it. He's still able to hit Pikachu, and he doesn't have that problem that a lot of these other characters have where he can just crouch under your moves.
That's the irony that, like, usually Pikachu's used to getting away with these, like this kind of get out of jail free card with the low profiles and the pancaking, but Kirby does it better.
Right, so I think this is something that you have to be keeping in the back of your mind if you're wanderer0, that a lot of these interactions in neutral, especially neutral, you're going to have to make sure that you're positioning your moves low enough too, because I'm sure he's not used to that happening to him. Usually he's the one, like you said, who's pancaking everybody else's moves. So this is going to be requiring a bit of adaptation on his end.
Okay, well, let's see if there is any adaptations. We go into game 2 on Final Destination.
Interesting pick. I feel like this is going to automatically be more volatile for both players since they love to get their aerial loops, like you mentioned, and without any platforms in the way, it's going to make those a lot more prevalent in this game too here.
Yeah, it should also make Thunder Jolt a stronger tool because there are no platforms for Kirby to retreat to. Yes, it can still use its multiple jumps to stay in the air, but you can only stay in the air for so long, and Thunder Jolt will just travel across the entirety of the stage.
Right, that is true. You don't have to worry about a platform essentially blocking the T-Jolt, so they're definitely going to harass SorB a bit more in a lot of facets of this game.
Yeah, so I would like to see, honestly, you know, even if it is considered like a little bit lamer and slower, I want to see like some T-Jolt spams. Make SorB work to approach you.
Yeah, he's getting him right there. It's helping him get out of disadvantage, fortunately. So he's going to be going for that high recovery T-Jolt a lot more, hopefully to shield himself and cover his own landing.
Yeah, we see a lot of thunders coming from wanderer0 as well. Looking for the anti-air up smash, does not find it.
Tries to get the whiff punish there. It looks like there was a bit of a trade that happened, and wanderer0 has actually been landing a lot of those back up forward smashes throughout the set. So SorB's going to have to not hold in as much from disadvantage.
Across the stage, a back air out of shield is going to be enough to close the first stock. Yeah, SorB is kind of he's taking his time at the moment. He knows he's got the lead. He knows wanderer0 wants to spam these T-Jolts. And as soon as he does, like, he's in a range where he can punish him.
Yeah, he's kind of just poking at his shield at that low angle you mentioned. He'll poke with down tilt, he'll poke with forward air or even back air, and it's just doing a great job of walling Wanderer out, and if one of them even connects, he can just get a huge combo or confirm off of it.
Even going for riskier plays like an S-Smash at the ledge, like, it's not... Surprisingly, it didn't KO from across the stage, but a dash attack from Pikachu will actually close it out. But it is allowing him to go for these riskier plays.
I agree with what you've been saying earlier. I think wanderer0, if I'm wanderer0, like, I want to kind of slow down the pace of the match a bit. And you know that Kirby, like I said, is an explosive character. I think he should really try and slow down the pace of neutral and throw out more T-Jolts and just focus on using retreating aerials, playing more passive, because SorB is still coming to him even though he has the lead.
Yeah, take a page from Shining Mark, throw out more T-Jolts. Once they get close to you, quick attack to the other side of the stage, more T-Jolts. And we are seeing like a good amount of T-Jolt actually come out from wanderer0, but he's using it in an offensive manner where he's using it to like cover his approach. But that's what SorB wants. Like, yes, please approach me. This is literally Dio and JoJo saying like, oh, you're approaching me?
Foolish. He's trying to, yeah, like you said, he's trying to bring about the offensive mix-up, which I think that Kirby is going to win a lot of these close quarter situations unless Wanderer is reacting. But again, the committal move getting punished.
Yeah, but still good stuff. wanderer0 getting on stage to play is always nerve-wracking.
That is true. You never know. Based on how many tournaments these players have been to, this may have been a new experience for either of them. So kudos to them for playing it out and putting up a good fight.